Healthy Scratch Red Wings Report, presented by 5v5hockey.com.
Welcome back to the Healthy Scratch Red Wings Report. Today, we're going to continue our 2022-2023 player profiles, where we go through every player's regular season statistics, their advanced stats, their contract situation, and where they fit going forward. Let's talk about Johnny Burgers. So Jonatan Berggren, as a rookie, 22 years old, had a really, really good season with the Red Wings this year. Didn't make the team out of training camp, which was expected. But he got called up and he did really well, enough that he stuck with the team the rest of the season. 67 games played, 15 goals, 13 assists, 28 points, minus 14, 16 penalty minutes, had 5 power play goals, 15% shooting percentage, very, very high. Actually, one of the highest on the team, second highest behind Elmer Soderblom, who he displaced. And he had about 13 minutes, 13 minutes and 28 seconds of ice time. So he was basically all year averaging like fourth line type minutes and roles. He did play a little bit of power play, but 15 goals as a rookie in 67 games. I mean, you get a full season of this guy and you put him in your top 9 or even your top 6. He's a 20-goal scorer. And with the time that he had, it's very impressive that he has the stats that he does. And I think he had the most underrated season for the Red Wings. And I think going forward, it's hard to, like, you're seeing a lot of these trade offers, cap friendly and Twitter, and like it is bananas right now out there. For some reason, people are throwing Jonatan Berggren in a lot of trades, and I don't understand why. Because I think he's a legitimate player for this team, and I don't think you just give him away for anybody else. Now, obviously, if you're getting an insane upgrade, then do it. But I think he's going to turn into somebody that's going to be a really, really good core piece on like a winning team. Look at his advanced stats. Like, this is where you can see fourth liner. His wins above replacement was 70 percentile. So like for a fourth line player, like was way above average. But if you look at his regular kind of like 5-on-5 offense and defense, like average, his defense was slightly below average, which I feel is probably what it's going to be for a rookie. Power play, 20th percentile. Now, again, I don't think he had that many opportunities to be on the power play. And 5 power play goals is pretty good. Didn't play on the PK. Finishing was in the 85th percentile. 15% shooting percentage is super, super high. Now, will that keep up next year? Like, probably not. I think it's the Gus Nyquist effect, because that happened to him too, where he had insanely high shooting percentage. And it's like, well, when is that going to stop? It will eventually. You're going to even out to around 11 or 12. But I think you can expect 15 to 20. Like, that's what I would hope for a good season with Jonatan Berggren being healthy and being on the team the whole year. I think that's definitely a reasonable goal. When we look at his contract, he's in the same situation as a lot of players on this team. He's on the entry-level deal, so he's not really making that much. He's got another season, then he'll be restricted. And he'll probably get a bridge contract, and he'll make a couple mil. And you still have a ton of flexibility, and this is why keeping a lot of the draft picks that Yzerman had and using them, developing these guys, and then eventually they get here, they're not making that much. And then they're going to outperform their contract, which we can say Berggren is absolutely doing. Same with Seider, same with Raymond, same with Rasmussen. A lot of these young guys are outperforming how much they're actually making. Eventually, when they get paid, now some of your leverage or not leverage, but your flexibility goes away. So with Berggren, I think you want to try and maximize his ice time. Now, it's a good situation to be in for the Red Wings because, like I've talked before in some of these profiles, it depends on who Yzerman brings in the offseason. It's going to affect where Berggren is in the lineup, but also he seems like a player that could potentially take someone's spot. He technically did with Elmer Soderblom. I mean, he got hurt and Berggren got called up, but he really ran with it. And it's nothing against Soderblom or anybody else, but Berggren showed that he's an NHL player. He had times where, and I said this in my Perron video, he had like Datsyukian type moments in terms of the way he handled the puck on the half wall on a power play, or, you know, just a quick little like pivot and a cheeky little pass that I'm like, a rookie's doing this. That's actually insane. So I like what I see from him. He looks very creative on the ice. Going forward, it's going to be super interesting to see Jonatan Berggren next year. Does he hit kind of that sophomore slump like Lucas Raymond did? Does he get an opportunity to get top 6 minutes at any point? Is he going to get more power play time? There's a lot of question marks. Can he keep up that shooting percentage? Can he be an effective bottom 6 player for now and develop into something where he is a top 6 guy and there's no question about it? So Jonatan Berggren's going to have an interesting season. I can't wait to see how it goes.